right, class. Now that you've gotten your amounts ready, let me show you what the true amounts are. Okay, this is half a teaspoon.
Mama, can you put this on me?
Half a teaspoon. We're gonna dye it blue because it's for glaciers. All right. So that was 1 teaspoon for glaciers. That's half a teaspoon. That's what we call groundwater. So that's water that's under the ground that we can't use. We're gonna dye that green because green's like the grass. And do you know how much water is in surface water? That's lakes and rivers and ponds. 1 drop. The rest of it is salt water. We're going to dye that red because we can't drink it. What about these amounts has surprised you? That there's so much water in the ocean? I know that there's so little water that we can use 1 single drop out of an entire cup. That's crazy, isn't it? All right, so we're going to start our independent studies. What I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you get your Chromebooks out and go to the school website and click on Earth and Space Science lesson and follow the directions on that slideshow. So the first activity that you're going to do is you're going to go to these websites and research the different places under each of our categories of water that you can find that water. So we're going to find what kind of places you can find fresh water, what kind of places you can find salt water, and what kind of places you can find frozen water. And then I want you to make a chart of where you can find each place. I gave you an examples chart on the slideshow so you kind of get an idea on what we want you to do. When you're finished with that, you're going to come to me and get a color the water worksheet. And you're going to follow the directions on the slideshow and color the water the different colors that you're supposed to. And when you're finished with that, you're going to go to an online website. The link is in the slideshow. And you're going to make a bar graph of the percentages of where water is found. That information can be found at the top of the Color the Water coloring sheet. Now, when you're finished, there's a link to a website that you can go to learn about conserving water. I'll let you go off to your practice. Nope. Okay, now that we're all done practicing, let's kind of close this session up. I want you guys to tell me why it is so important for us to conserve water. That's right, there's so little of it. There's so little usable water that we need to conserve as much as we can. Now, can you guys tell me some ways that you found that you can conserve water? That's right, taking shorter showers, not leaving the water on while you brush your teeth, that's right. Not watering your lawn, that's a great one. And there are so many others. Now, I want you to turn to your partner and discuss some more ways that you can conserve water. All right, go home and tell your families and see if you guys can't help conserve some of our water supply. We're going to go on to our next lesson.